Police officers who have arrested other police officers. What happened? I was 28 when I made detective, the youngest in my precinct's history. My training officer was Lieutenant Derek Moss, a 20-year veteran with commendations covering his office wall. Everyone called him a hero. He'd personally mentored half the force and had this way of making you feel like family. During my first month in narcotics, Derek pulled me aside after a drug bust. "Good work today," he said, handing me an envelope. "The department appreciates dedication." Inside was $500 cash. "Overtime bonus," he explained. "Off the books. Everyone gets it." I was young and stupid, so I took it. The second envelope came after we seized a dealer's car, then another after a raid. Each time, Derek would smile and say it was standard procedure, just the department taking care of its own. I started noticing other detectives driving cars too nice for our salaries, taking vacations they couldn't afford. The pattern broke when we arrested Thomas Rivera, a small-time dealer who swore the 10 kilos we'd logged as evidence was actually 15. Internal Affairs brushed it off as a desperate lie, but I'd been there during the seizure. I'd counted those bricks myself. 15, not 10. That night, I couldn't sleep. I started reviewing old case files, cross-referencing evidence logs with arrest reports. The discrepancies were everywhere, carefully hidden but unmistakable once you knew what to look for. Drugs that vanished between seizure and evidence room, cash amounts that never quite added up. I made copies of everything and hid them at my sister's house. When I tried to discuss my concerns with Derek, he invited me to his lake house for the weekend. "You're working too hard," he said. "Let me show you how this job can really pay off." At the lake house, I met 4 other detectives and a man Derek introduced as his distributor. They weren't even hiding it. They'd been skimming seized drugs for years, selling them back onto the streets through carefully protected dealers. Derek ran the whole operation, using his position to ensure investigations never led anywhere meaningful. "You're already in this," Derek said, pouring expensive whiskey. "Those bonuses? That's drug money. You're part of the family now." My stomach turned. Every arrest I'd made, every dealer we'd supposedly taken off the streets, had just been Derek eliminating competition or restocking his own supply chain. "I need time to think," I managed. Derek's smile disappeared. "No, you don't. You're either with us or you're a problem, and we solve problems permanently." I spent the next 3 months wearing a wire. Every conversation, every transaction, every payoff. I documented the entire network while pretending to be a willing participant. The FBI finally had enough for warrants. The morning we moved, I was the one who put handcuffs on Derek. His face went through shock, rage, then something like hurt. "I made you," he spat as I read him his rights. "You'd be nothing without me. You made me a criminal," I said. "I'm correcting that mistake." 17 officers were arrested that day, including my own captain. The corruption went up 3 levels higher than I'd thought. When the trials ended, Derek got 25 years. The others got various sentences. I got death threats and a target on my back. Internal Affairs cleared me due to my cooperation, but I could never work in that city again. No precinct would take me. The cop who'd betrayed cops. It didn't matter that they were criminals. I'd broken the blue wall. I moved across the country and started over in a small department where nobody knew my name. I work patrol now, not detective. Some nights I wonder if turning them in was worth losing my career. Then I remember Thomas Rivera's face when I testified that yes, there had been 15 kilos. They reduced his sentence by 8 years based on my evidence. He wrote me a letter thanking me for telling the truth. I keep it in my locker, right next to my badge.